Let's talk about the word of wisdom. The word of wisdom was given in 1833, and in 1851 it was made a commandment in General Conference by President Brigham Young. The text says that we are against strong drink and hot drinks, which the church interprets as coffee and tea.
The so-called Mormon code of health, widely praised in these days of cancer and heart research, is in reality a revelation given to Joseph Smith in 1833 as a word of wisdom from the Lord. In no conceivable way could it have come of the dietary literature of the time, nor from the mind of the man who announced it.
Except in this book called Means of Preserving Health, published in 1806, the language is there. On page 128 it says, "Avoid likewise the excessive use of hot drinks such as coffee, chocolate, and tea." In volume 12 of the Journal of Discourses, page 221, George Q. Cannon of the First Presidency outlines what the word of wisdom means. He defines hot drinks as tea, coffee, chocolate, and cocoa. And this talk was given 35 years after the revelation was given initially. George Q. Cannon also adds hot soups to the mix. In my research, I discovered that the church defined strong drinks and hot drinks from this minutes in 1837. It says simply that the congregation voted against stores and shops selling liquors, teas, coffee, and tobacco. And in the historical introduction, it says that these are just regular church members making these votes. But also I wanted to share this.
In 1812, the year the New England Journal of Medicine and Surgery first started to publish, medical knowledge in the U.S. and in the world was limited. We had no understanding of infectious disease. Health outcomes were particularly poor for women and children. Surgery was unsanitary and performed without anesthesia. Cancer was largely unrecognized because so few people lived long enough to develop it.
In short, so much of the medical world has changed and evolved since 1833. I mean, we didn't even know to wash our hands before surgeries.
In 1847, a Hungarian physician, Ignác Semmelweis, made a breakthrough in the battle against infection.
He had discovered it in childbirth, that if obstetricians and midwives washed their hands, they could prevent childbed fever, puerperal fever, the biggest killer of mothers in child delivery in hospitals in the world.
I guess if any of the doctrine is going to change in the church, why not the code of health? Why is that still the same since 1833?